Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. This is Choice Cuts and I am your host, Marlon Weeb. Today we have some exciting stuff happening. I'm going to be animating some logos for some awesome indie people and yeah, checking out some trailers. I will admit that I didn't do a whole lot of prep for this one because I've been pretty busy. But I want to focus on some community trailers. So if you have a trailer that you want me to check out, or if you have a trailer like a version of it that you want me to check out and maybe give some feedback to, let me know. Post in the chat and we'll check it out while doing the other stuff. And animating, that sort of thing. Who we got on the Twitch stream here? Hey, Derek, how's it going? D20 Love, good to see you. Colin, good to see you, of course. And Lunar Games Dev, hype. Animating logos, hype. And I'm glad that people are excited for this. So I got quite a few, too. I got like, probably got like 7 or 8. So, yeah. Pretty excited to start doing this. This is like one of my favorite things to do for trailers. Like usually at the end of a trailer, have a nice animated logo. Always like doing that. Just add a little bit more polish to the whole thing. But it's always good to have one for other uses as well, like the beginning of videos if you're going to post on YouTube, that sort of thing. Or even, you know, splash screens for your games, that kind of thing. Many, many uses. Who else we got here? RK Sanders, always good to see you. Thanks for joining in. And Entertainment Forge, good to see you. Everything sounding okay? Also, note that we've got some awesome new music playing here. This is the soundtrack for a game we played on Choice Cuts a while ago called Odd Realm. And the soundtrack is very good, and it's by a local dev here, or a local musician by the name of Norn Rad. Check him out. Get his soundtrack on the Bandcamps. Be great. I am Sava. Good to see you. Awesome. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's just dive in here to some animations and stuff. Let's see if this transition. Yeah. So this is the post that I made a little while ago. This is the little logo animation I've made recently for Brace Yourself Games. Need to hear it with the sound though. Yeah, this is Joey from Power Up Audio did an amazing job on the sound effects for this. The sound effects are so important, and if you've seen any Choice Cuts before, I'm very picky about my trailers having sound effects. If you're making a trailer, please include some game sound effects. Generally fills things out and gives your game a little bit more personality, that sort of thing. Entertainment Forge, here's the trailer for our first game. I made it with not much experience in there, so you might find interesting things to point out and learn from. Oh, awesome. Yeah, thanks for posting that. We might get to it. I'm going to keep that in the back burner. I might start some logo animating first, and then we'll get to that as a break, maybe. How's that sound? Thanks for posting it. Riley, hey, Riley, good to see ya. Riley Koenig is the musician for Phantom Brigade. Lots of amazing, epic music there. Pedantic says, what game are these sound effects from? Oh, these are actually all entirely custom. Joey created them from scratch, just specifically for the logo, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they are intended because we're a game company. I mean, it kind of gives you that feeling. Hey, Artyom, good to see you. Artyom is our one of the devs on Phantom Brigade. Yeah, Power Up Audio and Joey and those guys, they do an amazing job. If you're looking for some sound effects for your game or anything, check them out. Kez Grunat says, love the animation and the sound effects from the logo. Hello, hey Kez, thanks for joining us. Yeah, everything turned out really well, and we're gonna go show you how a logo is animated like this. I oddly find this very satisfying. One of the most, because it's, I don't know, I have over the years I found like shortcuts and things that I've found that work really well for logo animations, and I can kind of show you some shortcuts and stuff that I do, my workflow, that kind of thing. As Villa says, I've got a logo for my future game coming this out. May I show your professional opinion on it? Sure, yeah, post it. We'll check it out. But yeah, I think I got a bunch of logos, and And just recently, I got one from Colin, who's in the chat. Oh, my camera is going out of focus here. 1 second. Pesky camera. There we go. No more getting out of focus for you. How are the levels, by the way? Things all right? Refractive games. Okay, thanks for the post. This is Zvilla. Music is a little loud. All right. There we go. Music is awesome, but maybe a little loud. Cool. Okay, so yeah, recently got a Colin Northway, who is in the chat. He's done games like Incredipede and Fantastic Contraption, etc. Just fired his logo off to me, and he is now running the Museum of Other Realities, which is a VR museum, which you should definitely check out. Oh, hey, Kai. Good to see you. Kai also sent me a logo. Yeah, so the reason I kind of wanted to start, so usually when I do logos, I kind of want to get a sense of what the logo is representing and kind of use that to inform what the logo animation is going to be. And so Colin was the only one to send me a reference video for his logo. Well, let's check out what his logo looks like at first here. So we're going to be doing this all in After Effects. Let's see here. I'll add this in here. And this is what it looks like. Pretty cool. It's got this like kind of retro-ish feeling to it. And you can already kind of, the logo itself already kind of has like lines to it, kind of like a flow to it that already is like screaming to be animated. And his reference video, oops, that's not the one. Reference is the National Film Board of Canada logo. If you guys aren't familiar with the National Film Board of Canada, please check it out. It's a really amazing Canadian film board, and they have lots of amazing animations that you can all watch for free, that sort of thing. D20, oh shoot, what I'd love to say reference, oops. Oh, which one is yours again? D20 Love? Yeah, so this is the National Film Board of Canada logo. The National Film Board of Canada is like from the 60s or something. I love how just simple that is. So just kind of nice masking in sort of thing. So that's perfect. And it's not... Oh, D20 Love. Oh, you're Mecha Puppers. Oh, awesome. When I saw your logo, I was already getting some pretty crazy ideas for it. So I hope it works. When we get to it, then we'll talk about it, and then I can double check with you to make sure that it sounds good. But yeah, this is the Museum of the Realities logo, and it is a very large PNG, which is just fine. I think what I was thinking of doing, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna animate this logo because I think I could do it relatively quickly, and then we'll maybe check out the trailer that was posted before by who was it? Entertainment Forge. Oh yes. And then we'll move on to another one. So yeah, for this one, I was thinking like the obvious flow is kind of like revealing on this way, where you kind of go over the bumps of the logo, but if you go all the way from here all the way to the end, that might be a bit too long to just like go, mask all these ones over. And because this is so what I was thinking, like, because this is a repeating pattern like this, I was thinking of maybe doing one of these and then repeating it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So just taking this one and repeating it, and then kind of offsetting the animations so that they kind of flow together, and then we animate on the text. Oh, and animating on text is one of my favorite things because there's so many little tricks that I've learned that speed things up. But the first thing, do we have any like After Effects users in the chat? Anybody who's or editors, that kind of thing? Just curious. First thing we want to do is we want to make this in its own composition though, so that we can start messing around with it. Maybe give us a little more space. Oh, this is massive. Okay, that's fine. Just want to give us a little bit of working room here. Kesgran's on DaVinci actually. Oh, very nice. Which also has I haven't checked it out yet. But it also has like keyframing, that sort of thing, right? Like masking, that sort of thing. DaVinci represent. Yeah, I tried switching. I was trying it out for a different project recently, but I'm so used to Premiere at this point. I didn't want to, and because it was a tight deadline, I didn't want to spend the time to learn something new and make something on a tight deadline. But I want to get to it at some point. Yes, Derek knows some AE. Yes, AE, the win. Okay, so first thing I always do is chop it up to all the different pieces that we need. So we have one layer representing the whole thing, and I always like duplicating this a couple times. Usually what I do for logos like this where they have text on it, I usually do one layer per word, and I'll show you kind of how I animate that stuff on in a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just need one. Okay, we'll leave one for the reference when I have the whole thing, and then one for the single, I don't know what we call it, hook, I guess? Arc? Hey, Jeff. Hello. Jeff is from Power Up, the same place where Joey works, and he's the guy that did the awesome sound effects for the Brace Yourself Games logo, and he does all the sound effects for Power Up does the sound effects for all of our games here at Brace Yourself Games. They are great. Because Grant says, but it's only tools after all, only results matter, I guess. Yeah, that's the thing. I think the reason that I kind of want to learn how to do DaVinci is just, I mean, I guess if I was still doing freelance, I would have more incentive to do it just because then I don't have to pay for the Adobe thing every month. But now that I'm here, like, work can pay for it, and so it's not as big of a deal. But since DaVinci's free, you know, that would be an incentive to move over. All right. Where were we here? Okay, so we're gonna leave this one as reference. Turn that one off. We're gonna leave, these ones are gonna be for the words. Actually, here, why don't we name these? Museum, and this one of other realities. And this one's going to be hook. Okay, we're gonna leave those off. Viridian Games, hello. Good to see you. Kez Grant says, yeah, it's a good point. I'm working on in sound, so DaVinci was a strong option in my mind. Yeah, and I booted it up and it looks great. It kind of feels like almost like a Mac application on Windows, which is kind of nice. Just has a polish to it or something. Yeah, so let's start breaking this up. So I want to isolate this one hook. So what we do is use the pen tool here, and we're just going to trace a little outline from it here, and then because we have to get this one pretty accurately. Oh, whoops. There we go. And we can always adjust that later. We want to get this curve nice. Let's put this over here. Pull that out. It might be a little bit rough because I'm going to be working pretty fast today, but let's see how things go. Oops. That's fine. There we go. So, yeah, it's a little rough. It's a little rough. Okay, let's pull out. I need that. This thing out here. How's that look? That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a quick one. Derek says, I'm still just poking at DaVinci. Some of his keyboard cut limitations will take some adjustment. But can you can do the thing where it's like, hey, you've used Premiere before. Let's adjust our keyboard shortcuts to match. I believe that's what happened. Zavilla says, what I find annoying about DaVinci is the limited file formats it supports for import. Interesting. Which are mostly professional camera formats, which I suppose is fine if you've got professional cameras to produce them. Yeah. Well, yeah, After Effects and Premiere has benefited, I don't know, they've been around for longer, so I guess they've just been, that's not always an accurate way of saying that something's better because they've been around for longer. But yeah, After Effects is really good about accepting file formats, I found. There's a couple limitations which are always frustrating, but yeah. Okay, we got an R. Now what I want to do is pre-compose so that we can duplicate this one. Oh, whoops, that's my bad. Still getting used. They sometimes move around the things here. So what I want to do is move all attributes into the composition so that we just have the one, and then we can duplicate it freely in the previous composition. So what I'm thinking is a kind of revealing it on like this. Let's see, and we'll do that with a solid. Let's try that. I mean, I guess I could do it with, there's so many ways you can do it here. Could do it with another mask, I suppose, too. Yeah, let's try it with a mask. So basically, there's two masks on this hook now. So if we, one of them is just to get the outline of it properly, and the second one is going to be the one that reveals. So what we want to do is intersect. Which one is it? Let's see here. What should be doing this? There we go. Okay. I see. It just hadn't been intersecting yet. Okay. Yeah, so you can see where these two masks overlap now. You see them intersected. But it is strange that it's popping in like that. I don't remember doing that in After Effects before. Derek says, yeah, DaVinci presets for other NLEs, but there's some quirks that I can't map. Command tilde and some other... Yeah. I can imagine that, yeah, the muscle memory thing is huge. Which is why I switched away from it when I was doing such a fast... when I have to do like a fast turnover project, that kind of thing. Artyom says, I wonder if this can be sidestepped with auto hotkey. It can redirect... Oh, you can do per application scripts. Yeah, auto hotkey is crazy. You can do so much crazy stuff with that program. Because of the weirdness of this mask, I'm going to do the safe route and do it on a separate solid, and then use that as mask. So now you can't see it, but this solid is acting like a mask over top of these ones, and then I can pull it all the way off, and now it's working properly. I don't want to move the solid itself. I'm going to actually animate it with this another mask on the solid. Let's see if that... Okay, so this is a mask for the solid, which is masking the hook. If you can follow me in that one. So we want both of these to go up to about there. And then, oh yeah, you guys are gonna have to get used to me making lots of sound effects with my mouth, because I do that all the time when I'm talking out loud. And then we want this thing to spin around. We're gonna have to add another point here. Okay. Or actually, let's just try this. This is the quick and dirty route. these down. Move that down like that. Okay. Find the mask under here. Start animating the mask path. And then start here. And then we move these keyframes. Oh, we don't want all of them. Don't want all of them. Just these ones over here. We'll move that up to about there. And then step 2. I'm gonna pull this one around. Oh, this is gonna be weird, isn't it? I think I might have to do it. Okay, we're gonna try it this way. There's a lot of trial and error for this stuff. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit weird. Let's see if it works. Oh, we need one more. We need one more. Is that gonna work? Yeah, adding a keyframe there. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I see what's going on. It's usually not ideal to add a keyframe in the middle there. Nancy is saying there's an option to mask using lines, since lines have thicker, you build a line over time following each other. Sorry, path. Yeah, could do that. The thing is, the reason I'm trying to do it this way is because I want that hard edge, and usually with those lines, it's like a bubble. So then it would be like a bubble flowing up here. Or here, let's do something else here. I think there's a let's see, transition. There's a After Effects transition here. Transition, radial wipe. I think this is the one. Okay, let's see if we can just do this. Okay. Aha. Okay, it's going backwards. Want to make it go on, not off. Here we go. Oh, I know how to do that. Just want to go counterclockwise. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. Ben wants more sound effects. How's that? All right. Because this is quick and dirty, we'll do that. You can always change it later. RDM says don't lines have an option to configure an end cap. Yeah, I don't know about that. But this is quicker. Like, I feel like the end cap would be solid. Yeah, it could be. That could work. Anyway, I'm gonna go with this route. Hangman says it's supposed to be flat along the line as well. Yes. We could do. Here, transform. Effects, radial, transform. What we could do here. Let's do this. Okay, let's animate this one all the way to the end, like that. And then what we do is we have a solid. Oh, there it is. Solid. That is the alpha mask. Like that. Leave it there. And then what we do is we just position that one. Like that. Sorry guys, I've mixed so many sound effects. Weird habit. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, something's going on here. Oh, I see. We're not masking the rest of the thing. So we probably need this to just keep going. Oh. There we go. Look at that. Preview. I'm happy with that. What do you think? Museum more. Oh, hey, that's Museum more. Welcome here. That's the guy. Those are the guys that we're animating the logo for here. So the nice thing about doing this on a pre-comp is that we can trim the comp to layer so that it's exactly this long, and then we can adjust the timing of it later here. So we can just go right-click on it, time, enable time remapping, and here we have two keyframes. One is the start, one is the end, and we can just slide that one if you wanted to go really quick, right there. Oh, right. Oh, After Effects. Oh, After Effects. It has this weird quirk where if you use time remapping, the last frame always gets cut off or something. It's a whole thing. There we go. So it goes to that point, stops. Perfect. So we can adjust the timing on that. And now all we have to do is make, how many more of these? 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Okay, here we go. We just need to line this up. So let's maybe, here. Oh, if you guys use After Effects, also you need to get this plugin. This is one from the guys at Video Copilot, and it's kind of like a command space search function, but just for After Effects, and it is amazing. It is so good. Speeds things up a lot. So here we use a fill, and we can change the color. So I'm gonna make a blue one, and make its transparency a little bit lower so that I can see exactly where I'm putting these things. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. There we go. Move this one over. Use the arrow keys to really dial it in. Oh, this is also a really big canvas here. Oh, they're slightly different sizes, are they? Interesting. That's okay. Oh, and they're different shapes too? Uh-oh. What have I done? Yeah, I guess the final R is a little bit different than the other one. Yes. Well, the thing is that the first one has a different curve than the other ones. Okay, well, you know what? Oh, you know what? Oh, that fits. Oh, it's just the end here. So I just probably have to make a separate one for... yeah, I would just have to cut that one off. Oh, I can do that right now. So I'm actually masking the pre-comp here. Derek says, oh no. They're wrong, you're right. Yeah, we could go over that. Push back a little bit. No, I can adjust this one. Since it looks like everything is fine, it's just this one curve is a little bit smaller than the other one, so I think I can get away with it. Artyom says, by the way, Gravit Designer is really nice for simple vector work. Since it has some Ketmel ROM-based spline tools that always come out great. Oh, never heard of that one. Gravit Designer. You mean as a replacement for like Adobe Illustrator kind of thing. Okay. Make some splines. Go along the edge here. Hope you guys are enjoying the work in progress Titan music right now too, by the one and only Danny Baranowski, I should say. Archim says cheap free Illustrator alternative. Nice. Did all the icons for PB using it. Look at that. If you haven't seen the icons for PB, look at them. They're on the website. Brace yourself games. Okay. Just gonna try to figure out these curves. I'm not gonna go too great. Okay, what happened there? Oh, I didn't have the right tool. I'm not entirely sure what Catmull. What are you talking about there, Arjun? Catmull curves. Is it just because they have cats on it, it's better? Is that what you're saying? That looks good enough to me for now. If I was doing this, I didn't want to dive into too much nitpicky details right now, but that should work. Also, this thing should be animating if we just take this off and then. Oh yeah, look at that! Dun, 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 dun. That's great. Look at that. Getting pretty excited about that. Okay. All we gotta do now is the text and then adjust some time. I'm just gonna move on to the text right now. So usually what I do with text and logos like this, I'm gonna move this. I'm not used to working in 1080p with this thing. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate these ones out. So museum, I'm gonna mask that off, mask that off, other, mask that off, and realities. I mean, we could do the way that that they do it in the reference video, where they just pop in. Could do it that way. Be the easiest way to do it. Let's try that first and then see how things go. Okay. We'll adjust the timing. These other ones. Please tell me if my sound effects are getting annoying. You'd warn me, right? I don't want to feel bad. Okay. Where are we here? Which one is which? So what I want to do is I want to offset these ones. Okay, so it is in order. Also, having a little bit of easing is always nice. So why don't we do a little bit of easing and going into the graph editor here a little bit. I'll just pull this out. Solo that. Yeah, that feels good. Easing. Always ease. Archim's evil suggestion. Creating a separate version of that smart composition that is symmetrical and goes to the bottom, revealing one continuous ribbon being revealed. Yeah, again, I was debating if it was one continuous ribbon, and then I was like, I feel like I wanted this to be like nice and short and snappy, and I feel like that might be a little bit long, because then you have to add the text in after. So that's why I went with this one, this technique of like having one after the other. That's pretty good. Let's do that. I'll just copy and paste that. These other ones, now they should all have that same easing. Yes, looking good. So now it's the trick. This is the thing that I do all the time with logo reveals, is offsetting layers. Let's see here. let's offset them each by 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, we can use the here's a neat little trick. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go there. We trim these layers like that, and then we go to the animation window. Keyframe assistant, sequence layers, go. And now they're all perfectly off by 4 frames. I like that. That's pretty good. What do you guys think? It's nice? Okay. That's cool, Ben says. So another thing about logos that I like to consider is the flow of the whole logo. I like to have things not stop unnecessarily, unless it's the kind of built into the nature of the brand or whatever. I try to have things continually moving. So if you look at I keep opening Firefox. No Firefox. If we look at the Brace Yourself Games one, you'll notice that the blue box never quite stops until we hit the end here. And there's always a bit of movement happening. So even when it does slow down, at this point, the face is doing a little bit of something. And you don't really want it to stop until you hit the end. And that's when you hold on it. So I just try to keep that in mind. Okay, so let's animate the text here. Oh, we could try doing it this way. Let's try doing it the That's not bad, actually. I want that to come in sooner. Not bad, not bad. Kind of like that. Although, here's what I'm gonna do. Derek says, by the way, there's a pay what you want script on these scripts for just staggering layers called PT shift layers. Ah, yes. 80scripts.com has all the tiny scripts for doing so many different things. I'm using a couple right now. Here's one that I really like called Turbo Layers. It just has handy little buttons for different kinds of layers. So if you want a solid, you just click the layer you want to have, or it's good for adjustment layers. So adjustment layers are apply different effects on top of the layers below it. And you often want to do that so that it matches the size of a different layer. So what a turbo layers does, you click on here, hit adjustment layer, and then it makes an adjustment layer that matches the selected layer that you have, which is really handy. I use that for solids a lot too. If you want to make a solid, yeah. So there's that one. I even made one. But it's not on any effects. It's called Pixel Comp. It's good for pixel graphics on After Effects. Based on a technique that I learned from Kurt Gartner, because often that's for another one. Maybe we should do that for another Choice Cuts. Let's look at how to work with pixel art in video in After Effects. Duik is a really good one. It has a lot of different things that you can use in here. I use this one a lot for if you want to do a rig, that sort of thing. That's there. That one's there. There's a good camera rig thing, which I don't want to get into, but that one's really good. And have some other ones for working with pixels, like pixel sheets and exporting pixel sheets, and also importing pixel sheets and that sort of thing. So yeah, 80 scripts is good for a lot of that stuff. That's pretty cool, actually. This one I feel like we might call it there for this one, because we've done enough time on this one. Actually, no. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how to duplicate this one. Oh, actually, let's do... Get rid of the mask on this one. Don't need it. Delete. So that'll be the pop in one. So we'll just ignore that one for now, and we'll focus on these other words. So we want something a little bit more slick. One of the tricks that I do is, so first we have to make sure that the anchor points are at the bottom of each word. Oh. Go. Anchor points, anchor points. So we have one trailer that we have that we'll watch in a second. That's going to be posted on the chat. Does anybody else got some trailers? Should take a look at. We've been getting quite a few community trailers in the last couple choice cuts, and I really enjoy watching what you guys are working on, that sort of thing. So yeah, my little trick is to just select them all, hit R to bring up some rotation. Oh, we also want, if you hit Shift and T, you can also bring up opacity. Create some keyframes where things will end, and then we'll go back to where things start here. And then basically, oh wait, what am I doing? Oh no, I forgot to turn on 3D. So I want to animate them in 3D a little bit here. So I don't want Z rotation actually. I think I want Y. Nope, not that one. Here we go. X rotation. Oh, I forget which one it is every time. Alright. Create a little keyframe there. And we'll go over here. And we're just going to kind of, yeah, minus 90. And then we're also going to put the opacity at 0. So one script that I have been using ever since I started using After Effects is this one called Ease and Whiz. It is a great little powerful program here. And basically it just lets you ease between two keyframes, simply. And so for this one, we want to do an out ease. And then we also want to, yeah, usually expo. It's good. You hit apply, and you can see that there's expressions on here. Colin Northway says, oh yeah, you have to ease in, rotation, so slick. Yeah, it's kind of cheating. Whoa. Oh, interesting. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, so because the, oh, that is weird. So it's kind of like leaning to the side, which might be fine. It's kind of leaning a little bit to that side a little bit when it's coming up. I think it's because of how big this. I think it's because it's treating like this is the center, even though I moved the anchor point there. Strange. Okay. Anyway, we'll try that, and we'll copy this to make sure timeline's at the same spot, and we'll copy this to the other ones. And now they should all pop up. Okay, that's not bad. That'll do. And we want to do the offset thing. Maybe there. Keyframe assistant. Sequence. Please go. Let's see what happens. Oh. Alpha in not so 70s though. Probably technically impossible time. Oh yeah. Maybe the pop is good. And it's kind of I'm not entirely satisfied with how. I think what it needs, it just needs a little. Oops. they need to be offset less. Oh yeah, there we go. But I also want it to start before the thing ends so that it kind of continues on. We can even start a little bit sooner. Hey! Not bad, not bad. Although, if the alpha thing is, we could try to fake it by... Oops. If we just go like this so that it's just not visible the first frame. Ah, how about that? What do you think about that, Colin? Alpha or no alpha? Or just popping in. Could also just make the text pop in. Alright, well, I think we've done what we need to do for this one. I'm gonna save this as a logos. There we go. Alright. Cool. Okay, we got some trailers to watch. Let's watch those. What do we got here? Okay, there was one at the top from Entertainment Forge, scheming through the zombie apocalypse, the beginning. We can just... Oh, scheming through the zombie apocalypse. Steam. There we go. Scheming through the zombie apocalypse. Did we take a look at this one before? Did we watch this one before? Well, let's take a look. So this is by Entertainment Forge in the chat.
Let me explain why you should scavenge with us. We know about an easy place for scavenging. You'll get some top-notch loot, being 100% safe.
All right, why not?
Zombie?
Oh. I think we looked at one of these ones before.
Shit anymore.
Entertainment Forge.
Scavenger guidance a dirty business, Larry.
I got some cough syrup.
Somebody is inside this locker.
There's a bear trying to get in.
Ah! Why?
Hell no. Ah, cabbage.
Why are you going into all these details? You scared another one off.
What, the turtle? You think he's the one I'm trying to convince?
What? Oh, we're doing that thing. The wall breaking thing, right?
Yeah, you gotta do
Wall
it.
breaking
Everybody does it nowadays.
Yeah, but don't you think it's a little bit out of place? I mean, we don't really do it in the game.
Let's not ruin it now. Cut to the marketing on.
Get it now on Steam.
What? What are you doing?
I'm helping to promote the game?
Well, don't. You're ruining the trailer.
Hey, you started it with this stupid wall breaking thing.
Ugh. Let me explain.
That's pretty funny. I think that joke goes on for a bit too long, personally.
You scared another one off.
What, the turtle?
So,
Let me explain why you should scavenge with us. We know about an easy place for scavenging. You'll get some top-notch loot, being 100% safe.
All right, why
so
not?
if I'm
Zombie?
reading this, I think if I'm getting this right, it's a little bit tough to figure out what was going on at the beginning. But it sounds like these guys are just like business scavengers, like they have a scavenging business, and you play it, and you
Explain why you should scavenge with us. We know about an easy place for scavenging.
yeah, it looks
You'll get
that's
some
it's a
top-notch
pretty good
loot,
it's a pretty good
being 100%
premise for the game.
safe.
All right, why not?
Zombie?
I think I was like getting a bit. Oh, I see. Yeah. It took. It's a bit of a tricky concept for the game to try
Scavenger
to make into a
guidance a
trailer, I
dirty
think.
business, Larry.
And yeah, it looks like
Get some
he.
top-notch loot.
So they're saying like, yeah, I'll scavenge with you, and stuff goes really bad.
Doing this stupid shit.
I do like that you don't put the
We're not
logos
doing
at
this
the
stupid shit
beginning.
anymore.
I think that's really smart.
Scavenger guidance a dirty business, Larry.
I got some cough syrup.
Somebody is inside this locker.
There's a bear trying to get in.
Ah! Why?
Okay.
Hell no. Ah, cabbage. What?
Okay.
Turtle?
I definitely like the
Think
idea of
he's the one I'm
the
trying to convince?
What?
scavenging business.
Oh, we're doing
That's
that
pretty funny.
thing. The wall breaking
Uh,
thing, right?
Yeah, I think you could have ended it. I think it could have ended it a little bit earlier, but as you're saying, this is like you hadn't done video editing and stuff before, and yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, good job. Thanks for showing that. Artyom has also posted a couple things. How do I get there? There's a way to just have the chat, right? No, I don't want to. I don't want to watch my own stream. Where is it? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh no. Now I can't. Now I can't post it. I'm gonna have to type in the text that you put in there. Or Artyom, can you post what the titles of those videos are, and then I can research, or post them again. Till then, let's animate another logo, maybe. Logo source, we'll see. Let's organize some stuff here. So that's comps, and then here I usually do pre-comps folder. All right, let's add a new one. Okay, here we go. Logos. I'm gonna do the Mecha Puppers one. If they're still in the chat, we're gonna do this one. Always do composition when you're importing layered Photoshop. I always retain the size of the layers as well. So this is Mecha Puppers, and just for a context, it is a game contacted by JP on Twitter, and I think it's like a tactical mech game, turn-based, not unlike Phantom Brigade actually, but instead of people driving the mechs, it's little puppies. Oh yeah, there it is. They don't have any trailers or anything yet, but yeah, they have this little video on the side here. Yeah, it looks pretty cute. So it's kind of like cute, but also, you know, mechanical. Just trying to make a portmanteau of that one. Cuticle? No. I'm gonna stop trying. Okay. All right. So I think my idea for this one was, oh, there's something missing here. Uh-oh. After Effects. After Effects, no. Why are you doing this? Ah, it's subtract. Is that why? Add that. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Whew, it's a close one. Okay. So I think my idea for this one was it was going to be this one I want to do sound effects design for, I think, because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for it. Basically, what I was thinking is that to replicate what they have here. Like this part is metal, and then this part is cutesy-ish. I was gonna have each letter slam in, like, and then I thought it would be funny to add a little bit of a punctuation with the dog here. But the dog pops in and does a little bark, like poppers. I think that'd be pretty good. Just like a little kind of funny little tag at the end there. So yeah, I'm gonna try that. But I think I want to put this all in the same comp here. Okay, color fill. Ah, I see. So in order to do this, this actually makes it easier because it's already masked out because they were using Photoshop shapes, I guess. So we'll copy that 4 times, 1 for each letter. Yeah, here we go. How are you guys doing out there? Okay, so for the M, we just need the 1 mask, so we're going to delete all these other ones. So that should be an M. That is an M. So for this one, we are on the 2nd. So we'll delete all the other ones. Oh, we should probably keep 1 as backup. Mika. Mask. This one is 2, so we'll delete those ones. Yep. And I see. The A is made up of 2 masks as well because the 1 subtracts the center part. Okay. Now that we have them all separated, we can get to the slamming. Actually, take this one out. So again, for this one, actually, I'm going to give myself a little bit more room with the composition. Stretch out this here. Yeah, okay. Then we're going to put the center of each one. The center is a little bit off on the K, so we're going to put that there. That one right there. And the option is to either do it in 3D or scaling it. Probably 3D is usually better. So we're going to do the same thing as the other one. Select them all. Make sure that they have a keyframe at their final position. And then, also, got to separate those dimensions. Got to do it. So we don't really need to move the X and Y for what we're looking for. Separating dimensions just kind of helps, keep things simpler. So we want it to, oh, that's right. Right, because the if you do a 3D, it comes out based on where the center of the composition is. Okay, well, let's do this. Set it to an actual. Oh, what am I doing? 1080. Oh my goodness. Okay. Kez Grant says, love the music mood, by the way. Awesome. Yeah, this is all Danny Baranowski stuff. Aside from the stuff at the beginning, which is from Odd Realm. Oh, actually, sorry. These are remixes of Danny Baranowski stuff from Necrodancer. Yeah. So, I think I'm just gonna roll with it for now. But I want this thing to slam in. Also, we're gonna have to do a little bit of an opacity thing. We'll try this, see if it works. We want this to hit pretty hard. It's gonna have to be like a few frames. And probably higher. Make it a little bit more dramatic. There we go. Could have a little bit of easing at the beginning, maybe. But we want it to hit hard at the end, so boom. Might not be. Okay. I think it's gonna have to be a couple frames. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. Okay. Archie, are you still there? I feel like something happened with the chat or something. Okay. Please let me know if you have any more trailers or things to watch. Happy to check it out. Just gonna add some opacity to all these ones. Let's see here. So now they're coming in, and we're gonna do the offsetting thing, which I do all the time. And probably just one. Well, let's see here. Keyframe assistant sequence layers. Stretch those layers out. And we're gonna make that hit a little bit harder with a tiny bit of screen shake as well. And it would be nice to do a little bit of like it would be nice to do a little bit of a like particle effect, puff of smoke or something. Which we can do with, we add a new solid. We use good old trap code particular. Use this one so much. Oh, but the designer is buggy. Sometimes they have good presets to work from. Dust and debris. Smoke and fire. Fire starter? Point smoke. Okay, let's try that. Working with particles is always a fun time. And what we want to do is want to make sure that the particles emit from a larger radius. It has to go not from the center, but from around the whole M. So then we're gonna adjust the emitter size. Ooh. Oh my. Gonna need some love. Just gonna need some serious love with that. And it needs to come from. Oh, I see what's going on here. We need it to be disk. Hmm. Let's lower the emitter size a little bit here. Up the velocity. Oh, here we go. Outwards. That's the one I want. So velocity is pretty high right now, so it's going pretty fast. Usually what I like to do is to make the velocity really high and then down, where is it? Physics, air resistance. So you up the air resistance so that the particles kind of like that. Starts fast and then just slows down over time. But that smoke does not look good right now. We also don't want it to be continuous. So we want it to explode. And we want it to explode at the proper time. Okay, you can kind of see it's getting there already. Still doesn't look great, and that's because there's not a whole lot of particles, and they are their size over life is weird because it gets smaller as time goes on, and I don't think that looks good. I want it to stay big or even. Oh, yeah. Let's use this thing here. If you want it to get larger over time. I want them to be bigger as well. And the opacity over life. Okay, that's good. So it gets bigger as they get. So impacts, they move fast and they're a bit smaller, and then they get bigger as they go out and then fade out. I think that would. That's a pretty big. That's a pretty big puff of smoke right now. That's not bad. But the other thing is that it's not blending in with the M. It would be nice if the smoke kind of curled around it a little bit. Might be able to get away with that just by adding a layer, duplicating the layer on top of it. Or just having it on top. Because I don't want... Okay, let's do this. Let's lower the opacity of the one on top. Just so that you get a hint of it. There we go. It's a little better. Oh, also I'm going to pre-compose this. So, effects, smoke, puff. Put that in pre-comps. Because I'm going to be reusing this a lot and I might want to change a layer. Alright, so then all we have to do is duplicate this for the other ones. And turn everything on. Where are we here? There we go. Oh, and we have to move these ones over. For the K. Oops. Oh no. Oh, whoops. That's my bad. Oh, I messed it all up. Good thing we have undo. So it should be this one and this one. These are for the E. This one and this one are for the K. Oops. Smoke puff might be a little bit too intense. Be going a little bit overboard with that. Oh no! Yeah, the problem with the... Okay, here. This is... I think I confused myself here. Definitely did. So this one should be... Alright. Should only be 4, and then I'm gonna make sure that they work for each one. And we're gonna move the center of the smoke there. Ah, see? I'm getting confused again. Okay, so yeah, matching up with each one here. I'm confusing myself because I keep thinking that the layer should be above the other one when they're below. Anyway. Okay, that works. I can adjust how the smoke looks later as well. And let's see here. Okay, this one is in the right spot. I wonder if this is lowered opacity. Yes, opacity. Okay, E is good. Okay. Move that into the center. So we want to rotate these ones. I'm going to rotate these ones a little bit later so that they're not quite exactly the same. All right. And there's A. Cool. So that should... Yeah, that's the problem with using the repeated smoke, is that you can definitely see that pattern. Which is why I was hoping that if I just spin these ones a little bit. Oops, I did not center that one properly. What is going on? That one is for E. So I hope you can see that, yeah, this kind of process, it's a very iterative process. You're seeing all the bits I do, mistakes I make, and all that sort of thing, while trying to find things that work, which is hopefully an encouraging thing to see. I don't just have ideas and then they come out perfectly. That would be crazy. All right. And because I think I'm going to do a little bit of screen shake with each one as well. I have a special script that I use. Not a script, it's a preset. After Effects presets are pretty cool. They're just like a series of effects that you can apply to a layer, and then you can save them for future use. And I just have one that's just called Shake. Shake it. And you have a couple sliders that you can use to I use this thing all the time. If you've seen any of my trailers and the screen shakes on any of the effects, it's just this null with this shake script on it. But we want all this stuff to shake, so we're just gonna parent everything to the shaker. And right now it's just gonna shake everything. Yeah, it's a little bit much. What we wanted to do is we wanted to shake just the right amount, right times. So here's what I do. Just adjust this wiggle amount. I just want it to wiggle for that one little spot there. And copy it for each time that it happens. It might just look like chaos. Oh, I didn't stop it. That's pretty good. I'm digging that. Let's get the bark in there. Where is that? Where's that little guy? So how do we want this guy to come in? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a mask here. Could have him just sliding in from a spot in the side. I could just have him slide in here, but I think what I want to do is have him masked off here, and he just kind of slides in from that, from the mask. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we use the trusty old track mat. And going to make a line right down this guy's neck like that. So as you can see, it's just a little bit there. And so if we move this, oops, if we move him down a little bit, see him disappearing behind there. Oh, actually, even better, we can use the dog's mask itself. Dogception. Let's see here. But we don't want all of these ones. Can I just delete them? Yes, I can. Oh. Come on, work with me, After Effects. Let's go. There we go. So now if I move the dog's face, it should hide neatly. I think it'll be, looks a little bit rough like this, but I think if I, oops, gotta redo that. So, boom. Then we slide him in a little bit. Just like sneaks right in there. You want to ease that. Ease it. I think this is, oh, other way around. I want the speed to go down as we get in. Yeah, that's not bad. I think I want to make the smoke disappear sooner. So if we edit one, then we edit them all, which is very handy. Let's see here. Heartshim, are you still there? You don't have posts of those videos? Okay. All we have to do is lower the life of the particles. That should make it. Okay. Puppy comes in, and I kind of want him to do like a little head bob, and do like, maybe have some little effect lines coming out. And then puppers, which I think I'm gonna maybe use some shiny effects on that one. Actually, let's just get puppers in there right now. Let's do it. Let's mask that one on. Oh, what could be really cool? Is if each individual letter comes in. Oh, no, can't get too crazy. I think I'm nearing the end of what I need to be doing here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little another solid. Gonna add another mask. Matte mask, and I'm gonna tilt this solid on its side. Maybe we'll reveal it on like this. Let's see here. I'm gonna just do a couple quick keyframes. I want to make sure that it's right at the end. I'm gonna ease that on. Yeah. Okay, what I want to do though is I want it to lead with, because of the neon nature of this text, I want it to lead with some shininess. And maybe have it glow until it stops. So we can just do that with some glow. Radius. Oh, look at that. Glow effect, that's all I need. And then I also want it to do the how should we do this one? I think what I want to do is make it its own. I'm gonna have another one that's also masked, but with this one I'm going to make an actual mask. This is going to be the thick light beam that reveals it. And I think that'll do the trick. And let's for the mask, let's make sure it has some feathering. And we don't actually want to see the mask, we just want to see what's underneath it. Let's turn off the glow for this one. Turn up the glow intensity, maybe? Actually, I'm gonna fill that in with some. White is too much. But we can do this if we pair this mask with the other mask, then it should reveal along with it. Like this. Okay, it's a little rough. I could also just use the there's a light sweep. Yeah, sweep intensity. Oh yeah, and it gets to his edges. Hello? Hello? Hi, Artyom. Oh, did chat leave? Oh no. Oh no! I was wondering, I was like, oh, am I being so boring for everybody? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Oh. I was so worried. I was like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm so glad that you guys are back. I don't know what happened. Just been dying to tell you how good it is. Thanks for Saturn. Because that's why you don't reply. That's super funny. I was wondering if chat was gone. Oh man. D20 Live, you're doing friggin' fabulous job. Oh, thanks guys. Twitch is having some issues. Well, the stream didn't stop though. I guess that's a good thing. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, my ego. Hey Jonah, how's it going? Kai says, if I'm gonna ask, can I link a trailer that's not mine and super old? Want to make a trailer for my game? Yeah, do it. Send it over. No, there's no trailer that's off limits. Oh, can you actually? Wait a second. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, let's watch a trailer from Kai, who I know from Winnipeg, actually. Amazing indie dev. Oh, oops. Okay, music off. Legend of Zelda. Wait, you want to make a trailer like this one? You're gonna have dancing people? It's ambitious. Are you gonna try to make it like a period thing where you like get the 90s aesthetic down? Oh no. No, it's a princess. Oh, this is a release trailer. This is hilarious. There he is. That's an amazing costume, by the way. That's really cool. I don't think I've seen that one before. Okay, Kai, please, if you end up doing a trailer like this, please send it. I want to watch it. Dude, you're gonna have to do behind the scenes stuff too. That's so good. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are back. How are y'all doing since a half hour ago? Oh, Artyom posted. Yeah. Okay, we'll watch that. We'll watch Artyom's trailer here. Here we go. Oh, disappearing chat. That was nuts. Okay, here we go. Oh, there are billions.
We will never
I haven't actually played this game yet.
It was more than 2 centuries ago when those humans sowed the seeds of their own destruction and left
So I'm
us
guessing
with
this is
a
a-
legacy of terror.
Is this a sequel or a DLC?
All of them are now the monsters of our nightmares. How ironic that they ended up like this.
It's a lot of front-loaded exposition here.
I'm Quintus Crane, your leader, your savior. I founded the new empire and the city that now shelters you. And now, the time has come to no longer live hidden like rats behind
goodness.
the walls
Is there
of the
gameplay in this one?
crater. It's
I'm guessing this is
time
going to be. This
face
is for
our
like a
monsters.
DLC or
And reconquer
a
it.
sequel, because
For the
this
glory
probably has
of humankind.
people who know the first game probably know about this, and this means more to them than it does to me. I don't have no idea what their abilities are like, and I don't. I want to sound nasty, but I don't really care about the expedition stuff right now. Okay, here's some video game stuff. Oh my goodness, I could have just started here. Okay, here we go. Here's some stuff happening. Yep. Completion of early access. Oh. It's been in early access this whole time? This actually kind of reminds me of Alex's game, which I made a trailer for, Infested Planet. Lots of, it's like kind of like this, but it's a little bit more Starship Troopers, Stroopersy, Starship Troopersy. Yeah, this part is good. I don't. Yeah, see, that's impressive. Yeah, so the thing is with your trailer, you want to. The reason I suspect that this is for people who've already like. You don't really want to make a trailer, unless you're really popular. You don't want to make a trailer that's catering only to other people who've seen it. Because what if later on down the road you put it on post on YouTube and somebody who doesn't know it comes across it and they're like, I have no idea what's going on. What is this? So you still want to have a format where it's like front loaded with the hook of your game. Like, why should I care? Please, like, put that right at the very beginning. Like, they should be putting these shots of like all these zombies. They should be putting shots of this stuff, of all the zombies. Like, even if it's just like a 5-second thing at the beginning, just to be like, oh, like this is the game, and then they go back into some of the more exposition-y stuff. But yeah, you never really want to make a trailer that. Yeah, it's so long. Like, look how long this is. Like, this is probably great for. I'm guessing this is good for people who played the game already thus far. But it's an entire minute. It's like an entire trailer for itself. And then here, it's like 2 trailers smushed into one. Here we go, train stuff. I still think I still think they should be showing the like millions part really early on. Game looks cool though. Like, once they get going, game looks cool. Yeah. Oh. Nick says he wants to buy the game. All right, let's check out the other one that Archim posted here. And that's the other thing we were talking about the last choice cuts. I was this far away from doing the Kojima trailer, and then didn't do it because I was just kind of like, what am I going to talk about? And it's really long. And then somebody asked, like, what can we learn from AAA trailers? And yeah, I think, again, I have to confirm my age. Archim, what are you sending me? Okay, I'm gonna have to sign in here. Wait, I can just do that on my other. I think I should be able to do it here. Oh, here we go. Blasphemous. It's blasphemous, that's why. Ambling Panic, getting ready to ban Archip Tor. 2D Dark Souls, basically. I see. All they need to do is show the swarms. Yeah, Ryan. Exactly. Exactly. Show the swarms right off the bat, and it's like, that's the hook. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the billions. Because they are billions. Show that right away. Don't ban Archim. Archim's great. And, and I work across from him. He probably would be happy about that. Okay, let's watch Blasphemous. Which is not yet rated. Exposition-y. See how long it takes. Nice pixel art, though. Oh, this game! See, I'm already excited about this game, so... Or I'm just excited for the pixel art, basically. Yeah! Pixel art is so good in this game. Pixel perfect combat. It's goopy. This is why I needed to. This is why they had the age gate. Super goopy. Oh my goodness. Tense boss battles. Oh yeah, we should talk about. We're gonna talk about text boards again. Babies. That was baby. Creepy babies. Okay. I mean, you've already sold me. You don't have to keep going. Oh, it's almost done. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The game looks amazing. Okay, so a couple of things I wanted to talk about these. The intro wasn't too bad. I still think they could have cut this whole. Oh, also, fun thing about these things, about these ESRB rating things, is that this villa says may contain harmful content indeed. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. The thing about these ESRB things is that I think they changed the. Derek could confirm this, probably if he's still around. That it doesn't. It only has to be 2 seconds. You don't have to do it the whole 4. And another sneaky thing is that I learned from Kurt Gartner is that you can start music at the beginning of these, so you can actually have music underneath, and then it doesn't feel like it's like 4 seconds of nothing before, because like people's attention spans are it's a hot commodity. So you want to get people in that. Also, I think with ESB things you can actually put it as a little box just in the corner for 4 seconds. So if you really want to get right into it, there's that option too. Archim says, I'm not sure if soft white fades early on work well. I think hard cuts would have worked better there. Soft white fades. Where do you mean? And here it keeps climbing up. Oh. You mean fades here? Like a fading between these yeah. I probably would go with a cut and then make sure, because there's a couple of parts here where it seems like they don't quite might line up. I keep wanting to point the screen and be like, guys, look right there. There's a couple parts where it looks like he's a little bit off, and it would be cool to, like, if it's a pixel perfect game, why not have the trailer have it pixel perfect so that between these fades he lines up perfectly. Yeah, I'd probably do with cuts. Yeah, maybe, yeah, Archim. Maybe that's why they went with the soft transition. But the crazy thing is about pixel art And this is maybe why I should do a whole episode on pixel art, because, like, wow, there's a lot to talk about with pixel art and working with it, and especially in After Effects, because After Effects does some really strange stuff when you start scaling pixels up, and the pixels start like looking weird. There's some tricks with that, but the cool thing about pixel art games is that you can scale them up. You can scale the footage up, and it still looks pretty good. Like, even if you zoomed in on this footage here, like, you could zoom in even a little bit more, and it would look pretty good. But yeah, then you have to make sure that they're all at the same zoom level if you want to, like, make sure that the pixels align, that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this white flash at the beginning here. It's kind of a cheap transition. But that's nitpicky. I don't know. Yeah, overall this trailer's pretty solid. Yeah, I would just say that they could probably get in. They could show these shots a lot faster, like, you know, set up, and then get right into it. Like, have these shots the first 5 seconds, and then you're in gameplay. Yeah, talking about these things, title cards. I think this one's okay. I think Derek Liu's written a lot about this too, and like he says that as long as you're not telling somebody something subjective, like the best combat ever, then you're usually fine. Like brutal, pixel perfect. Brutal might be a little bit subjective, but like pixel perfect combat, that does evoke a bit of a like, oh, what do they mean by that? You know, so maybe that could be part of the hook. Execute tormented souls. The thing about some of these text boards is that, like, you could show this. You could show, like, they even have been showing this. They have been showing executions. Like, look at all this. And then they say it again. Like, it seems like a bit of a repetition. So they could have maybe done without that specific one. Yeah, there's the baby. Yeah, they show some stuff. Another thing that this trailer is doing pretty well right now is that, like, oh my god, look at this. Look at this pixel art. It's crazy. The other thing that this trailer is doing really well is that it's showing different stuff every shot, which is nice. So it seems like there's different things happening every time. But yeah, that's a cool trailer. Thanks for sharing that one, Archie. Was there somebody else that posted anything up here? If not, then I'll get back to the logos. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna finish off this Mecha Puppers. Okay, so we have the transition in. Just need to line up the light sweep with the end here. Oh, and then I also need to... I should really be making this top mask feathered a little bit. Mad Triangle says, "What's your background?" What do you mean, which background? Background in here, the background music. My like education background. Colin says, "Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you while chat was broken. What is your screen shake algo?" GJ says, "Bloodline background." Whoa. Yeah, how long have you been doing this? I've been doing this. When did I go to school? I went to community college in Winnipeg. I think 8 years ago. Something like that. Man, time flies. been doing this for a while. So I went to community college for video, and graduated from there, and then I got a job doing like corporate video stuff. So it was like this little company that we would go around and shoot videos for people who needed them. We did a lot of videos for like law firms and stuff, where it was kind of like they wanted us to show their like corporate culture, that sort of thing. So we went in there and shot stuff and made little videos, and like animated explainer videos, that kind of thing. So I worked there for 2 or 3 years, and that's kind of where I learned how to let go of my perfection when I make projects. Instead of like when somebody asks you to do something, instead of like crafting something and thinking it's perfect and then presenting it to them like this, I learned there to like, they ask for something and then you try something really fast, just make something, and then you talk about it and assess it and iterate from there, because usually that's faster than, it's faster and it's easier on your self, because then you're not like, I put everything in this and you said no, that's the totally wrong direction. So so yeah, if you make something fast and just make something that you can iterate on, I found that was a lot easier I thought that was a lot easier, and I learned to iterate a lot. So when I worked with people freelance, so after that job, then I started doing freelance. Then I started doing freelance for myself and doing trailers. And for then I learned how to communicate with the people that I'm working with, and be very iterative process, like show things early and frequently, and show that I'm taking their feedback in and working with it, and it's kind of a collaborative process that way. Ryan James Blanchard says, if you bring something that's complete, it won't be approved. Yeah. If you bring someone that's complete, it won't be approved. Bring something complete. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, if you bring something complete, it won't be approved. Yeah, it might be. Well, it might even be one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's not going to get approved initially. You're never going to make something perfect the first time that's going to get approved. So you might as well make your mistakes quickly, early on. And I hope you're seeing that too while you're watching me make logos. Like, this is I'm making lots. How many times did I say oops in that whole thing? Tons. Like, I constantly make tiny little mistakes, but adjust it, that sort of thing. Like, it's a process. But yeah, it's a fun process, and I hope you guys are enjoying hanging out, even though the chat is apparently a little bit sketchy. But yeah, let's finish this logo. Okay, so what we got to do is move the mask so that it covers the whole thing. Now that we have a feather, and we also need to make sure that the light sweep aligns. Oh, we could have been simplifying this with a null. So a null is, if you guys know Unity and stuff at all, a null is just like a blank game object, or you can parent other things to it, move it around. Yeah, I should have been doing this from the start. Oh yeah, Colin asked what my screen shake algo is. Don't have one. It's After Effects. After Effects is Wiggle. It's just called Wiggle. Yeah, where is it? Where is my shaker? I think if I go in the position, then we can kind of see. Yeah, there it is. This is what's doing it. It's a little function that's just wiggle, open bracket, close bracket. So, yeah, not very complicated. If you have a better algorithm, please let me know. I would love to incorporate it into my shaker script. And we can. After Effects is cool. Huh? Is it a lerp or a hard move? I think it might be a Lurpy. Yeah, I think it's Lurpy. Oh, there is also this handy tool called the Wiggler, which which saying it that way makes it sound like it's a villain or something movie. The Wiggler. But this one you can do noise type smooth or noise type jagged. So that's you can do that. Set that setting there. Super Cider says Batman villain. Yes, the Wiggler. Wiggle me this, Batman. Oh, that's really good. Well done. I'm gonna chuckle about that one for a while. Wiggle me this. So yeah, there are ways to do this, but the only problem with this is that it actually applies it to keyframes. Like you hit apply, and then it applies like a ton of like different keyframes, and so it's a little bit less flexible. So that's why I use this other one. But you can write scripts and stuff in After Effects, so maybe I can add like a new algorithm for that. D20 loves it. I'm just thinking of that one enemy from Mario games. Which one? Oh, the Wiggler! Oh, sorry, that was a really dumb thing to say. You're talking about the little worm. Yeah. Now somebody's got to cut a little video together of that character from Mario, and he says, "Wiggle me this, Batman." Oh man, that made my day. Thanks, guys. Colin says, I haven't spent a ton of time on Screen Shape. Didn't Flambeer write a ridiculous on print primer on at some point? Oh, they would, wouldn't they? Flambeer. Screen Shape. Aha! On Reddit. Okay, there's a couple keynotes. Okay. It's on Reddit and stuff. Ah, interesting. Okay. Might have to check that out later. TW spends 45 minutes talking about it. Okay, let's check that out later. Cool. Okay, but we gotta finish this logo. Got deadlines. Alright. We gotta make this light sweep. Okay, this is what I was gonna do. Ah, yes. So, we were gonna... The cool thing about After Effects is that you can have expressions, and then you can also link properties to each other dynamically. So if you alt-click the little stopwatch here, brings up the expression panel, and then it has this thing called the pick whip, and you can use the pick whip to different things. So look at that. Now it is. So now this layer. Oh, oops! I did that in the wrong one. Chalk it up to the oops meter. D20 says you can do it. I believe. Thanks for the encouragement. Appreciate it. Okay, we want to pick whip this one. That's what's going on. Actually, first I'm going to copy these keyframes over, putting them over here. And then we're going to pick whip this one. It's just fun saying that word. Pick whip me this, Batman. Doesn't work for everything. Okay. So now it should still move. Yes. But the thing is that I don't... So now my null is moving this mask here. But I want the mask to be... I also want the light sweep, which is a effect of this, to also follow it. And this also means that it has to be at the end. So I have to move... Oops. Come on. So if I move the position here, this one... Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, I actually didn't need to make that one there. All I need to do is pick whip it to make it a parent of it. And then that way, I can actually move this in relation. Okay. Ha ha ha! Getting a peek at all the things I do wrong when I'm making things. Which is great. Okay, I also made this wrong. This needs to be at the end here. Okay, here we go. No. What I really need to do is move this whole thing over. Like so. And then we should just be able to go into this one, into the effects of the light sweep. And pick up this light sweep center. Oh, I hope this works. This might not work because it might be... Yes, position. Yes. Yeah. So it's using the... Oh, it's using a different... Nuts. Okay. Okay. It's using a different coordinate space for the effect, which is why it's not working this way. Okay. Fine. We'll do it a different way. Do light. We'll make it its own. Light sweep. X. And then we will position the center there. And copy these keyframes over. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. Oh, but it's falling behind. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, this got a little bit trickier than I anticipated. Not 100% satisfied with that. I think the problem is what I really want is I want it to look like there's like a glowing beam that's actually doing the revealing. That's what I want. We'll make it happen. Just gotta do it slightly different way. Also, I don't actually leave this one. No, I should leave it on there. Because I'm going to duplicate this. And this is going to be the top rows of reveal. And then what we want to do is make this mask. Oops, there's two masks on here now. I'm going to shrink this mask into a little beam like we were trying to do before. I'll just select. The chat is still there. You guys still there? Now I'm making me nervous now. Okay, and then with this one, we will change the. You know what? I'm gonna try a different glow. I have this. Hey! Oh, I like the waving Pokemon. Nice. We're gone. Steeger, no. Come back. Okay, so I have this. This one called Real Glow. Ooh. It's doing some fun stuff there. Looks a little muddy down at the bottom there, though. Why is it doing that? Why is it revealing that whole thing? What? Oh. Oh, I see what's going on here. Because it's all shapes. This plugin isn't looking for shapes, it's looking for the full layer. So what we can do is just pre-comp it. That should work. Oh. What? Why not? No. You need to go. And this needs to go as well. Here we go. Ah! Why are you doing this to me? Oh no! It lost my registration. Okay. I need to get that from aescripts.com. Just a second. One moment. Ooh, fancy. What's fancy? The glow? That glow plugin is amazing. Sorry, yeah. Sometimes the scripts lose their, like... I don't think I've used it since I put it on this new computer, so I think that might be why. Where are we here? Google. Oh, and it also does this thing where it doesn't paste properly. Come on. Don't make me type in the license. There we go. Activate. There we go. Done. Hey, look at that. That's the sound that it makes. What if we add it? No, screen's better. Cool. Okay. Alpha Matte, that. Oh, are you still doing it? No. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Just have to unmultiply it. That's cool. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. But I want it to be even like glowier than that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate it again. Can you believe it? I'm gonna duplicate it again. Okay. But this time, I'm gonna put it underneath. Okay, this is gonna be Pupper's Reveal Glow. It's always very important to name your layers, or else you get lost. And if you're me, you just get lost anyway. So doesn't matter if it's fun getting lost, then that's fine. So Pupper's Reveal. We'll say shine, maybe. Because what I want to do is I want to give this a little hit of like bright white, which I think will look really cool. But I won't know until we try. Steger says my Unity project that has 1,000 objects named Cube. Tell me that won't happen. Again, if it's if you're getting lost in a nice forest, then get lost. If it's nice, why not? Artyom says it's also important to name tracks and game objects in your sim machine hierarchy. Hey, I try. I don't know. I'm not perfect, so I don't always get it. That was sneaky there, Artyom. You have to work across from me too. You realize? Kez says layer one copy is a nice thing. Depends what you're into, I guess. I get lost very easily. So it's probably just for my sake that I need to do this. Okay, fill. Let's see if this works. Oh, I might need to put this one above. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Should spread out the glow a little bit more. Ooh! That. Oh no, it's getting cut off. Hangman's transform.name equals yet another cube. Ken says, just kidding, that's important for sure. Oh yeah. That's also sometimes why, you know, when we're finishing a project and you have the like final, for sure final, that sort of thing, yeah. Steger says, this is why I have no coworkers, no one could judge my terrible work. Yeah, that's one benefit of working from home, that sort of thing. Yeah, like Archim was saying, I haven't had to share work with people since freelancing. Now that I'm working in a company, like working with other people, yeah, it's a lot different. I like it though. I like it a lot. And if you want me to talk about freelancing at any point, if there's any other freelancing, let me know, because freelancing can be pretty hard. Nick says, oh, Marlon, I've seen the John Wick Hex trailer. Very cinematic. Good example. Oh, we do have to finish this Mecha Pup. You're pushing back my deadline here, Nick. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, of course we will. Oops. Oops. Put it on the oops counter. Oops.
I did it.
Uh-oh.
For me.
Restylane, tailored facial rejuvenation treatments for natural-looking results.
Sorry. No YouTube Premium.
It is said that combat is like a game of chess.
Oh.
Opportunity lies several steps ahead of your opponent. You must know where you are and where you are going. If that is true, Mr. Wick is a master at play.
Is that head targeted to Nick or you? That was to me. I don't know what the. Oh, that's I haven't signed in. That's why. That's why there's that weird trailer. It's a pretty exciting trailer. Nice and short.
Said that combat.
And it benefits from, like, I feel like this trailer.
Opportunity lies several steps.
Yeah, this is very cinematic. This feels like a movie trailer, which fits it. Ryan James Bladger said, "Don't shame him." I'm telling you, I did sign in, so it's not targeted to me. It's targeted to the world. Everybody gets that. The timing is immaculate, though. Or are you talking about the ad? How I paused it there? Yeah, it's a pretty good trailer. And it's good Shepherdess. I wonder who made this one.
If that is true,
I do like this cut. How did they even do that one?
True.
Oh, I see. At first I thought it was two different clips that, like, came together the same. I don't think Nick says. Yeah, it seems like the art style and maybe the animation is a little bit strange in the game itself, but yeah, the editing of the trailer is. And this is like this part. Oh, sorry. This part here where it's the. You know, everything's timed out with the trailery music and stuff. Like this is edited like a movie trailer, which is cool.
Tick tock, Mr. Wick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And and you can have a little bit more leeway at the beginning, I think, with the exposition, because it's a incredibly well-known property. So I think they have the license there. That's a really good one. Thanks for sharing that. Is that out now? Wait, what did it say at the end? Didn't say anything. Interesting. Okay. Thanks for sharing the trailers. Keep post another one if you. XVille said ads on trailers feels a bit insulting. You have to watch an ad before you can watch the trailer. Yeah. I kind of agree with that. Yeah. It's funny because sometimes I think it feels like, oh, it's YouTube. It's not the, but then I remember that, oh, it's whoever posted the ad, whoever posted the video is the one who's saying like, yes, I would like ads on this one. Oh, it could be, yeah, it could be. It does kind of feel like mobile-ish style graphics, I guess you'd say. Interesting. Okay, I gotta finish this. Gotta finish this logo. Oh man, been streaming for 2 hours already. Having fun though. Hope you guys are having fun. That's looking pretty great. I'm digging that. But I do want this thing to move faster, and I think I set it up so that everything will move with this. Look at that. Oh yeah. Thanks, Past Marlon. Appreciate it. But we gotta figure out why this is clipping here, and I think it's because of this. We're reaching the end of the solid. So if you use a mask on a solid, you can hit the edge of it, which is why, and then the effect stops applying at the end there. So what I'm going to do is just move the masks back a little bit. Let's see here. Double click on mask. There we go. And then we just have to readjust the position to match the front here. Steger says usually end up with ads because of IGN GameSpot Cup. Yeah, I was gonna say because I think that was on GameSpot. Yeah, that'll be why. Which seems weird in terms of legality. Yeah, that's a good question. That is a question you should pose on the Clark Tank Discord. And if any of you guys aren't in there in our Brace Yourself Games Discord, you should go there. Some fun stuff and discussions on the streams and Clark Tanks, that sort of thing. Steger's in there. He's a regular. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. But I want it to ease. Can never have too much easing. So let's do that by adjusting the speed. Look at that. Ooh. Steger's not in there. Oh. Oops. I spoke too soon. You wish you could post reaction GIFs. What would your reaction be? Describe it. Describe the reaction GIF that you would post. Are you reacting to me saying that Sneaker's on there when he's not? Oops. Would it be something like, oh, Hangman? That's pretty good. Describe the search term used to find the GIF. There you go. Yeah, that's feeling pretty good. Okay, one last thing that I want to do is I think that the word puppers could use a little glow on it, and then kind of fade the glow, because right now it feels like it kind of just reveals on, and it's not affected by the glow that brings it on. Yeah, we do that. That's on this one. Let's use the real glow again. Real glow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. D20 is up says the GIF would probably be Kermit arm flail. That's because I'm flailing? Is that what you're saying? Or happy. Because the Kermit one could be like, so excited. Oh, I see. You can just clip this one here. There you go. Yeah, do it. New GIF. Okay. Okay, so again, we're running into this problem where, and this is because we're gonna replace this one here, and that should work. Oh! That did not work. Kermit arm flail. It's good for this one too. I'm flailing. Let's see. No real glue there. There we go. Okay. Now we're in the money here. Oh, real glow, really? Are you doing this to me again? Marlon is the reaction GIF. It's done now. Can't undo it. That's how the internet works. Okay. Why are you doing this to me again? All right, I gotta go back. Gotta go back to ascripts.com. I can finish this. Give me a second here. Enjoy the tunes. I think before we go, so I need to wrap up here. But I'm gonna finish this last little bit. Before we go, we gotta listen to a little bit more of the Odd Realm soundtrack because it's so good. Maybe not that one. Oh, it's so good. If you haven't checked out Odd Realm, you should. It's a cool game. It's like Dwarf Fortress that has controls where you can actually use your mouse. It's really good. Here it is. Oh, After Effects. Oh, why do you do this? Ooh. That's weird. It was successfully activated, but it still made the pink X anyway. Weird. Okay, back to it. So we don't want it to be too intense, this one. We want it to be two, maybe just a little hint of a glow here. And then we want that to, as soon as it's done, we want that thing to fade out. Glow intensity down to 0. Oh, what is it doing? Oh yeah, I have to unmelt it. Right. Can't see. What is going on here? Oh no. Ah, I see what happened. Ryan, you have Dwarf Fortress of the mouse. meaning you can control it with your mouse, yeah. There might be mice in it. I don't know. But it's like tiny pixel dudes, and you make a little outpost. It's very similar to Dwarf Fortress. We did play it on the stream a while ago, like one of the very first streams that we did. Highly recommend it. It's called Odd Realm. Odd Realm. Here we can look at it. Odd Realm. Yeah, so this is kind of what it looks like. It's like top down, but it's got the layers thing, which is really cool. And yeah, this is the starting map where you pick where you want to go. It's in early access, so it's still being worked on. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game. Yeah, it's a cool game, and it's made by local devs here in Vancouver, and the music is also done by local to Vancouver. And he was nice enough to let us use it for the stream, which is very exciting. You have little battles and stuff, yeah. And there's different, like, another cool thing about it is that there's factions that you can choose. There's almost like an undead faction that you can play as, which is kind of cool. I think he just released that in the early access. Oh, they all died. Oh no. Yeah, it's a cool game. Cool game. Okay, almost done. Ryan, need VFX. Yeah, we looked at his trailer on the other one, and I think he's got some ideas for the next trailer. But that was I think he did the trailer himself, which is something he'd never done before. So, yeah, but he said he can do it full time now, which is really cool. Always good to hear. I think that's pretty good. I don't know. What do you think? The one thing I need music back. Here we go. Super Saturn wants to send. Do you want to? Yeah, I was gonna do it on the stream, but I'm running out of time already. So, yeah, you can sound design if you want. What I really wanted to get across here. Yeah. Yes, super sad, exactly. Boom, 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 boom. Or you just do that. I could just use my voice. Should be funny. Where's the little dog? I just wanted to add one little thing. Where did he go? See, this is why you gotta name your... Marlon, name your layers, Marlon. My goodness. Dog. D-A-W-G, dog. Okay, what I want to do... Hang on, is it one two guide make is reverse the visual order of the mecha so that the smoke is behind it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Wait, huh? Oh, I see, yes. Yeah, that feels good. Thank you, Hangsman. That's pretty great. Ah, that's pretty great. Good work, everyone. Okay, I just want to animate this dog because I want him to come in and do a little head thing, head bark, I guess you could say. And then that would be... Oh, but... and this is a finicky thing about After Effects 2 is that if I try to... Because what I want to do is I want to have his head move and pivot from back here, but the anchor point is over here right now. And if I try to move it, it's going to do wonky things. Yeah, it's going to try to animate stuff. So usually you have to get it right before you do any animation. Nyom. For the sound perspective, I feel like the dog could also be a nice, like a final touch. Could be. Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. Super Saiyan, did I give you enough vector point on that doggo? Yeah, could use a couple more. Oh, it's... Look at that. Is it pixelated in here? Maybe that could be a After Effects thing. Weird. Huh. Oh, I wonder if it's because I think it might be because the actual logo itself is like 1,000 pixels or something. So maybe getting that far in is like pixel by pixel. Glad you guys like it. Okay. Gotta animate this dog. So, what I wanted to do is get the animation point over here. And then, is that good? Let's see. Let's tilt it. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna reanimate the position. Reanimate. Cool. Make it all nice and smooth. And then we want to animate his rotation too. I think I want to do that like as his head comes in. So I'll make sure to add a keyframe at the end so that we don't lose the end point here. And then we just tilt his head back. Super Saturday was a bit mad that I used Photoshop. Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe that's why that's it. I don't think it'll. I don't think anybody will notice on this one. I think it looks pretty crisp. Oh, this is the battle music in Odd Realm. It's good. Maybe I turn it down a little bit. So good. And I think they had the guy who made the music had a Twitter post about how they were trying to go for some like SNES era RPG music, which I think they nailed. I think it's really good. Oh, let's see here. That's not bad. It's a little bit janky. It's because there's no smoothing. Kind of want him to go like he's into it. So to do that, just have to play with some curves a little bit here. Ha! There we go. And actually, I'm gonna make it the tail end of this go a bit longer. It's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. There's one more thing I gotta do. There's one more thing I gotta do. I have to add some effects lines here. Just cause. Okay, here's the full thing. Although I think this. I'm getting nitpicky here, but this. What I want to do is maybe because his head kind of disappears back here again, and what I want to do is that I want it to. Maybe we can animate this mask away. Oh, it's this one. Right. So I'm going to animate this mask away. See if this works. Oh, wait a second. No. Come on. There we go. Nice. Let's see if this works. Because I don't like it when he loses. That looks a bit weird. Let's have this start a bit later, maybe? Oh, right there. That's the moment. That's the time. Oh, it's a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's not bad. Although, I feel like this bottom... Okay, now I'm getting really nitpicky here. Let's animate this one away as well. Oh, but then you can tell. I think it's fine the way it was. Okay. I'm not satisfied with that. You can see it pop over here. Pop. Oh, Super Saturn. Thank you for the idea. I think I'm gonna kind of avoid squash and stretch for this one, just because it's like mecha. I want to keep that like, I want to keep that rigidity a little bit, maybe. I mean, I guess it would work for a dog, but but I have a different idea, which I think will be easier than the method that I'm taking here. So instead of putting the rotation here, what I do is I make a null, put that where I want it to animate, and then I parent the dog and the mask together, and then that's what I use to do the rotation animation. That should work. So then I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I know, I'm being very nitpicky here. Okay, that's pretty good. But I'm also not 100% satisfied with maybe a little bit less. Seems like his neck snaps a little bit too hard. There we go. That's the ticket. Yeah, there we go. Ah, maybe we can do a little bit of squash. Okay, now I keep thinking of new ideas. This is super fun, by the way. I'm gonna have to do this again. I think this is gonna be choice cuts from now on. I'm just gonna like animate stuff and then we watch trailers. I feel pretty good about that. How do you guys feel about that? And then you can clip me doing silly things for reaction gifs. Yeah, I hope you guys are having fun too. Learning some stuff, maybe. How this process works. Okay, I just want to make the little dog barks. And we're going to do that with the shape layer. Select the composition first. Oh, I see what happened here. we go. Contents. Ah, yeah, I'm glad you guys are having fun. Okay, I'm gonna make it the color of the dog. And then don't want it to be a fill at all, so we can just delete this part. Oh, so I need to reselect it. There we go. Stroke width. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we can select, like Archim said. Round cap. Yes. Cool, thanks for hanging out, guys. This is fun. Almost done. We're gonna, as soon as I'm done this, then I'm gonna end, because I gotta go do work stuff today. So then what we do is content shape, path, stroke. I think there's a trim paths option, which will, oh yeah, it'll draw on. Oh, but it's going the other direction. Can we do it this way? Oh, but I'm gonna need to do it both ways. And I wonder if I can duplicate the stroke. So what I want is I want to have, oops. Hello, can I not select you? Uh-oh. Oh, that's why. Okay, we can move this over. What? What? Okay. That's not working the way I thought it would. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna animate this thing. Bark lines. If bark lines, yes. That's programming speak. If bark lines equals true, then hype, I guess. Or Kermit GIF, I don't know. Reaction GIF. Yeah, we gotta do the bark lines. Gotta do it. Let's see here. Oh, it's going the wrong way. Okay, right. I gotta flip this around. Oh, and it's, yeah, this thing. Shape layers. Oh, shape layers. Let's flip that around. Okay. Start. Let's see here. You know what? I'm just gonna make this solo so that it doesn't have to keep re-rendering everything all the time. Okay, there we go. I'm starting to do a slow motion barking here. Okay, then we go. Why are you bugging out there? Stop it. There we go. So, and then we want it to animate out as well. I think we should be able to. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what? First hit 50. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is make this into its own X. Dog bark. I'm sorry, I don't know why I named it like that. Where'd you go? There it is. And then we can use the time remapping to make it and like everything else. Gotta ease it in. Gotta ease it. I think that works. And then we'll duplicate this 3 times. And then offset them slightly. There we go. Let's see how it looks. Get a little bit high. Is this a good time for it? Can't see it. I think it works. I think we could call it there. I think we did enough. We've done enough. D20, thanks. Works pretty well. Awesome. How'd you guys like it? Yeah, definitely could use some sound design. And if, yeah, I'm sure you can tell how it would work. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I can send you guys a version of this. We were already contacted on Twitter, so we'll send you a version of this, and I'm gonna post a GIF of it on my Twitter if that's cool. Same with the Museum of Other Realities one. Colin, thanks for that. And I got so many other logos that other people have sent me, and sweet, thanks, Colin. Yeah, I'll send you that what we did today as well. But I got so many other logos for next week. I posted that I was going to do the one from A Shell in the Pit, which is if you guys don't know Shell in the Pit, check them out. They're game audio and composition house here in Vancouver, but they also actually sometimes do trailer stuff as well. They did the Forager trailer actually. M. Halberstad did the editing for that one, which is pretty cool. But yeah, maybe we'll tackle that one next week. And yeah, that's the other thing, is that their logo is crazy. Where is it? Do I have it here somewhere? Here it is. Here it is. Whoa. This is such a crazy logo. So, boy oh boy. Yeah, sorry I didn't get around to this one. I didn't realize that this is gonna be like almost a 3-hour stream, and I only did two logos. So the thing, Shell and Pit, if you have some time. So the thing I would love to do with this logo, yeah, I would love to rig it. But the thing is, if I want to rig it and animate this guy, the thing I would love to do is keep these lines here, these like negative space lines. I would like to keep them there so that they've separated here. And this is tricky because this is a full-on PNG. So right now I would have to like cut this all out and then somehow like reconstruct it. But if there's like a Illustrator file or something that I could use for this, like I could definitely do it much easier. It would just take a really long time to like cut everything out and rig it the way I'd like. Because like basically what I'd have to do, so for example, for this little tentacle here, see how it goes around and then comes around front, and then it has these negative lines kind of showing that it's in front. I'd like to keep that there, but then if I want to move this front part at all, right now if it's just a PNG, that we're going to lose that and it's going to look weird. So what I would have to do is I'd have to reconstruct this part. I'd have to pull this part in and reconstruct that part there. And then I'd have to do that for like this part, and I'd have to do... So if I had an Illustrator file for it before they put this like texture on it, I could easily recreate that and then put a texture on it myself. I don't know if that makes sense. Block print, yeah. It's a really cool logo. So yeah, maybe we'll tackle that one next time. Yeah, we shall see if people like this format, learning stuff. I also want to do a stream where, maybe even next time, if we get the go-ahead from the team, is that starting to capture footage for Phantom Brigade, and it would be really cool to capture footage live on stream and kind of show you how that stuff works. Because Phantom Brigade is so cinematic, and it's like really cool to like zoom the camera around and get in there and like make shots with the mix, that sort of thing. So maybe we'll do that next time. Oh yes, and Hanged Man, who also has a really cool logo, which I think I also have here. Yeah, here it is. Oh, it's really tiny. Oh yeah, it's, I think I should hit this button here. Yeah, there it is. So this is, Hangman's logo, which is like a fire and a guy falling, which is really cool. And yeah, he had some sound effects that he did for it, and it would be neat to animate that one as well. It's Jonah. Yes, it's Jonah. Yeah, from Ottawa. RGM says, I'm almost happy with how the game looks. I won't hunt down the witnesses of remaining visual jank in the demo. Yeah, that's the thing. It's still pretty alpha, and you'd be peeking behind the curtains a little bit, which I think would be really fun. So we'll see, and that probably won't be for another little while anyway. So, yeah, because there's a lot of people, the usual streamers like Ryan is gone, and a couple of the other streamers that are usually on here. So we're still trying to work out the schedule. Like when they get back, we'll have a better schedule, a better idea of what's coming up next. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for coming out, everybody. This has been really fun. We made some awesome logos together. Really happy with how they turned out. Please check out the projects that they're related to. Check out Mecha Puppers, and also check out the Museum of Other Realities. Awesome stuff. So yeah, thanks again, everybody.